Ky'air and his twin brother Kason Thomas face the consequences of a mistake that so many parents make. Do you leave your children unattended in a vehicle, running, or with the engine off? You think you'll be back so fast that nothing could ever happen? Or is it just less of a pain on you to take those children out of the car seats and place them back in? Whatever your reason, I want you to take this into consideration. Newer model cars can be stolen in less than 2 minutes without any key being present. Now imagine how quickly this can happen when you leave your keys inside the vehicle. Welcome to Crimes Among Us. December 19th at 9:45 p.m. near Ohio State University campus. Wilhelmina Burnett runs inside of the Dogato's pizza shop in order to pick up a DoorDash order, leaving her twin boys inside of her vehicle alone with the car running. This decision leaves her children to encounter 24-year-old Nyla Jackson, who had just been released from custody a couple weeks earlier for allegedly stealing 2 cars and crashing them both. Nyla's addiction allegedly walks her into a gas station as she begs an employee for cash. Later, Nyla, a member of our ever-growing homeless community, receives an opportunity, a running car, left unattended, a car that she allegedly steals containing precious cargo in the back seats. Allegedly, she has a mental health condition and refuses to take her medication, reportedly admitting to using hardcore substances. According to caseworkers, Nyla would allegedly leave her children alone at home without feeding them and without cleaning them. According to her baby's father, she would call him inebriated, high, saying, "Come get the children," before she kills them. That one choice to leave them inside of that 2010 Honda Accord would spark a nationwide Amber Alert and have everyone's eyes on the lookout. Kai, after missing 7 hours, would be found a little after 4 a.m. in a car seat in the parking lot of Dayton International Airport, reportedly unharmed. However, Kason is nowhere to be found as precious seconds, minutes, hours, days pass by. 70 hours after the tragic ordeal started, everyone's prayers would be answered. Both of the boys would make it home for Christmas, thanks to 2 women that went above and beyond to make sure that both those children made it home safely. Welcome to Crimes Among Us. Nyla would be selling some toys outside of a gas station, and at the time, this Indiana mother needed some toys, so she purchased them from Nyla. Nyla then asked this soon-to-be hero could she get a ride to the hood. She needed to buy some drugs. She wanted to find that hardcore C word. She informs her she knows where nothing like that is, but she can drop her off at the plaza. Nyla hops out the car, squats, and begins to pee. She then thought, this day in social media, she pulls out her phone and begins to record, only catching her as she was actually buckling back up her pants. However, she did get a pretty good shot of the side of her face. Later that night, as she is scrolling Facebook, she sees a mugshot that looks familiar. Thrown off by the image's blonde hair of the suspect, she kind of felt this still had to be her. She pulls back out the video that she recorded earlier and she compares it to the mugshot. Her face is identical. It's Nyla, or Nay as she likes to call herself. She then contacts her friend for confirmation, and they immediately start doing detective work. They notify authorities who need more proof. They set up the entire sting and got concrete evidence. They even live streamed on social media as the arrest was being made, placing her in their car, placing Nyla in their car. These women were truly brave. They canceled hair appointments. They threw everything else out of the way to make this a priority. But Kason was still missing. He was nowhere to be found. These guardian angel moms solely responsible for the capture of Nyla now have one more thing to complete their mission. They have to find Kason. They follow the bus line, checking any place that she could have been picked up from, stating they believe God is with them. They're able to track down the stolen car outside of an Indianapolis Papa John's restaurant. They look in the back seat and they see legs, but there's a foul smell. It's Kason, nearly 180 miles from the area he was abducted. They remove Carson from the back seat. He's alive, and they rush inside of the pizza shop. They call authorities. Investigators believe that he was inside of the car the entire time. Nyla now facing federal charges that include 2 counts of kidnapping, leaving us all with a firm reminder: do not leave your children in the car unattended. A federal grand jury indicted Jackson on January 19th. Court records show that she has already pled guilty in an Indiana court for spitting on the arresting deputy. Allegedly, when the court asked Nyla what her name was, she responded, "Are you talking to me as a person or a slave?" "I'm speaking to you as a person," the judge says. She then tells the judge that her name is Jasfee Hunt. When asked if she understood her rights, she allegedly replied, "No, yes, no, I'm pleading guilty. Just go ahead and sentence me," reportedly cursing so much that the judge had to go ahead and end the hearing. Return to their family alive as the world cheered. Tragically, 1 month later, as Ky'air's mom was feeding him, the toddler began to choke. She calls 911 and tells the dispatcher he's not breathing. She performs chest compressions and CPR. Medics transport Ky'air to the children's hospital in life-threatening condition, and by 11:44 p.m., he was pronounced dead. And now all of our prayers are with his mother again. This is Black History Month, and this is my focus.